DC Cultural Tourism is giving sightseers something free to do on U Street. The entertainment district usually sees its visitors tapping their feet to jazz timpanis, but tourist feet are now running from site to site, exploring the historical landmarks. Erika Crable has more.
U Street, what was once hailed the Black Broadway of DC, home to jazz clubs that showcase the talents of Duke Ellington, Cab Calloway, Billie Holiday, and many others. You might know U Street because of the famous Ben's Chili Bowl, but this area has a lot more to offer than just beans and hot dogs. Tourists can now step back in time to the landmarks that made U Street the spot to be in the 1920s. Pick up a map at the Neighborhood Visitor Center, download the audio tour to your MP3 player, and follow the Heritage Trail signs. The tour guides you around famous jazz clubs, landmarks like the Lincoln Theater, Industrial Bank, and Lee's Flower Shop. It's about a mile-long tour and takes roughly an hour, but it's easy to go at your own pace when your tour guide can be paused and rewound. Harry Jones, curator and assistant director of the African American Civil War Museum and Freedom Foundation, voiced some of the audio tour.
I think it needs to be so that we know the histories of the neighborhoods that we're in, and we keep the integrity of these neighborhoods by knowing the history. So no matter how it may change demographically, we still have an appreciation for what the history of that neighborhood is. And cultural tourism has been very important in making sure that that is happening.
DC Cultural Tourism is thinking about creating heritage tours for all 8 wards in the district. More free things to do in DC could give your wallet a break this summer.
The next time you're looking for something free to do in the district, grab your iPod, an audio map, and some comfy walking shoes and come down to U Street for a free tour. Erika Crable, District Flyer.
It's big, it's pink, it has 8 arms, but the National Zoo's giant Pacific Octopus is still nameless. Zookeepers are letting the public name their baby octopus. You can vote on 4 names at the National Zoo's website. Olympus, Ceph, Octavius, and Vancouver are all in the running. Polls close at noon on April 7th. The winning name will be announced shortly after.
March Madness is ending and baseball is beginning. President Obama is set to throw the opening pitch at the Nationals' opening day game. Obama's pitch will mark the 100th anniversary of the first time a president tossed an opening day first pitch. Opening day is April 5th against the Phillies.
The 2010 National Cherry Blossom Festival began on Saturday, March 27th. The 98th annual festival celebrates the gift of 3,000 cherry trees given to the U.S. from Japan in 1912. The trees are meant to symbolize the friendship between the two nations. It was a bit cold and rainy for the start of the 2010 National Cherry Blossom Festival. The weather didn't dampen anyone's enthusiasm, though, as the tidal basin was crowded with people from across the country and abroad.
I heard about them, and we were here visiting some friends, so we wanted to take a ride down and see the trees.
The trees draw large crowds every year at the beginning of spring. Some people, like Craig Stokes, wanted to experience the festival for the very first time, despite rain, mud, and puddles.
Well, I'm going out of town next weekend, and I know that the peak blossom time is coming up very soon, so I decided this was going to be my best time to come in and actually get a free moment to actually go see it, because otherwise I would never come, and I've been trying to go for years now.
It wasn't just first-timers down at the tidal basin. Local residents also braved the downcast weather to take a leisurely stroll under the trees.
Even in this gloomy day, they still look great, and we've been here when it was raining. So the fact that it's not raining is good, but we like them no matter what. They're just beautiful.
The tree's peak blooming period is from April 1st to April 4th. This means that at least 70% of the blossoms will be open during that time. Visitors can take advantage of the blossoms by walking, biking, or paddle boating about the tidal basin. The National Cherry Blossom Festival runs until April 11th and features more than 90 events sponsored by 30 local organizations. Some of the bigger events of the week are the fireworks show, the lantern lighting ceremony, and the festival parade.
So much for being ranked #1. Duke is the only #1 seed to make it to the Final Four of the NCAA tournament. Duke ended their 6-year Final Four drought, beating Baylor 78-71. Michigan State slid by Tennessee 70-69, returning to the Final Four for the second straight year. Butler returns home after upsetting Kansas State 63-56, making their first ever debut to the Final Four. And West Virginia capitalized on Kentucky's cold shooting, winning 73-66 and advancing to Indianapolis. 2 5 seeds in the Final Four is why people love March. The Final Four games begin this Saturday. That's all the news we have for today. I'm Cynammon Burns.
And I'm Lauren Bernhardt. Thanks for watching District Wire News.